Hey Leos, this is going to be your abundance reading. We're using the angel answers. Angels of Abundance, and 3 angel tarot cards. I do offer this personalized reading in my Etsy shop under the general readings as an email version. Now, before I begin, some of you may have Aries in your chart because this card, this obstacles and blocks are lifted, came out in their reading, and I know I shuffled this card. So we're going to dive into here and see what's going on. We have quiet retreat, and obstacles and blocks are lifted from your abundance. The angels of abundance, that's the actual deck of the cards. We have it's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity what to do next. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. Or your good personal work and your positive energy shift has overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your project. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Now, what I find interesting, I meant to say, when I was shuffling these decks, I usually pull 2 cards for a reading. These just fell, 2 of them. So I felt that they were for you. We have opportunity and compromise. Then we have the 7 of water, 7 of cups, the moon, and the page of fire, which is the page of wands. So you have here 7 of water that says a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. Then we have the moon card. The moon itself is about revelations, things that you have to discern about your life. It says important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. Now, this is kind of like a contradiction because it's trying to say that you may have some obstacles and you need to go within to clear them. So here's the thing. At times, we are so consumed with our work, our family, our friends, our day-to-day life, and we may be the 7 of water and that energy of being in the clouds, being in the confusion. So it's time for you to go within. I always tell like my friends that, depending if like their type of work and they have children or the things that they have to do, I always say before you go in the house or wherever they're going, just stay 10 minutes by yourself, with yourself, because it's like we have to recharge. There have been times, and I've mentioned it before, when I would work and the train stop is like a block away. And my son is older, but still it's like the day-to-day, like, you go to work in the morning, you go to work, go home in the evening. At times, if I felt like I wanted to walk and be by myself, I would walk to the next train stop so I could be by myself. So it's not like I'm just being in the same energy. It's like you have to gather your thoughts, because when you go within, that is where you get the answers to understand the things that are happening externally around you. Some of you may want to do an actual retreat, maybe go away for a weekend or go on a spiritual retreat just for yourself, or like a spa day, just be with yourself. And sometimes what it is that we don't want to be by ourselves with our thoughts, because our thoughts may be frightening, things that we have just let stay. That's why it's trying to tell you in these cards. In the moon card, release your fears, because some of you have fears, some of you have doubts of doing something. When I was reading prior, I seen this compromise card. There's a balance. There's something that has to shift with your energy for these opportunities to come down. Some of you are very overwhelmed in any situations that you have. I didn't even say this card here. We have news of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. So there are new things that want to come your way. Some of you need to start realizing what you want for yourself, whether you're compromising yourself, because that's why it says in this card, use your originality and ingenuity. At what price are you going to pay for an opportunity? Are you compromising with yourself? Sometimes there are blessings that want to come with our way, but we're so conditioned to live a certain way, to be a certain way, that it's time to shed that part of ourselves, like shed the ego, shed some light in to see, are we compromising, or it's like we're releasing things that no longer serve us, because Archangel Michael is here trying to cut that for you. Some of you feel like there's a decision that has to be made and it feels very difficult, because that's why this says a complex decision. It's like if you have a decision that you're not sure about, as the card says, start doing the research. Some of you have yet to do the actual research to actually see what's profitable. What do you have to compromise in order to make this decision? Like, have you looked at the fine print? Some of you have yet to do that. But if you have started like trying to see where you want to go, it started like, looking at the fine print. Now, the fact that this card flipped, and that looks like it always reminds me of like the Christmas star, and you have looks like stars here. It's like you are definitely out of alignment, and they want you to align yourself to your purpose, to where this new opportunity can come in for you. I'm just like, I tend to read the cards to see whatever comes out. So that's another card, another energy I'm feeling. It's telling you to stay centered, to ground yourself. Maybe you need to do some grounding work. And it's like you can meditate for a couple of minutes. I'm not a person that meditates forever. Or like go outside. If you have a backyard, be in the grass. Or like take some sun in. You are Leos. Take some of that sun energy. It would help you see things differently, like feel that energy and see what comes to you when you're feeling that energy, when you're sitting with it. Some of you are questioning whether like certain projects that you have will be prosperous, and it's trying to tell you like certain things are being lifted for it to be a success. So where it says time to disconnect, I thought that said discernment. So it's starting to use your discernment in the situations that you're in, even in this reading, because not all of these messages will resonate with you. But it's like start living in your authentic self. Some of you are showing a different persona when you're outside in the world. Some of you are really trying to get clarity about things, and maybe this is your confirmation through this reading. Start being by yourself for a while. Sometimes, so I know for myself, as I'm like highly intuitive, I've come to that awareness just through my energy shifts. So, and being an empath, it's like you have this quality or this, thing that people tend to tell you things a lot about their life. I mean, at times it could be draining because of the energies that they're dealing with. So even like with friends or family or what have you, if I need to be by myself, I silence my phone, or maybe I won't answer your message right away, because the most important person is you first. That is why when you're in the airplane with the videos, they have the mother or the parent put the mask on themselves first. How are you supposed to help anybody else if you are not healed? Sometimes you also are getting certain insight, like maybe you feel like something pops up to you in a message, or like in a movie or TV, or someone says something to you and it clicks, and you're just thinking, oh, it's in my head. No, there are certain things that are being given to you through other people, and and it's not an accident. It's because you asked for something, you asked for some guidance, and they're trying to give it to you. There are things that want to be cleared out for you, things you're not seeing that's being done behind the scenes because you think that things are stagnant here, but things are being lifted, uprooted, for you could see things eventually. Once you release any fears and doubts about, like, you know, venturing in something new, things will definitely be clear for you. So I think it's time to take a quiet retreat with yourself and your thoughts, for you could see what opportunities do want to come your way, for your abundance to come your way. So with that being said, my Leos, you take care.